Well, hi there, and welcome to another Movement Monday, where every week I give you some new ideas and tips on common calisthenics exercises to bring your training to the next level. The movement for this week is a request for archer or side-to-side based pull-ups and rows. Pull-ups and rows, basically kind of the same general movement pattern. They both involve the pull chain. So the tips for today we'll be discussing are for vertical pulling movements, but you can apply the same thing over to your rows. So archer pull-up variations are a great exercise to help you progress beyond the classic bilateral two-arm pull-ups. However, they are built off of a steady diet of regular two-arm pull-ups. So if you're still struggling to get about 5 to 10 regular two-arm pull-ups, I recommend stay on that exercise for now and work on things like getting a big range of motion, tension in your back, and having control throughout the full range of motion before progressing onto some of these unilateral based exercises. But I would say that if you can get at least 10 good solid clean pull-ups of any grip style, then you can start to play around with some of these progressive unilateral exercises. The first step you want to implement is to start walking your hands in closer for a narrower grip. Unilateral calisthenics involve a lot of pushing and pulling closer to your center line, and trying to do any type of pulling or pushing exercise with your arm way out rigged is just going to put a lot of torque on your joints, and it's going to make the exercise way more difficult. Plus, it's going to bring less stress into your muscles. So before you start moving around with shifting movements, start walking your arms in closer so that your hands are close with any sort of grip variation that you prefer, so that you feel comfortable with your hands closer to your center line. Once you're comfortable getting a good solid 5 to 10 repetitions with your hands close together, now you can start to play around with shifting more weight onto one arm. And there's two ways that you can do this. The first is the T-style method. T-style method is you pull yourself straight up as you would with a normal style pull-up, and then you shift your weight from one side to the other at the top in a straight line. Then you return yourself back to the center line and lower yourself down. So you're forming like the letter T. The other variation you can do is the V-style pull-ups. These are the classic archer pull-ups that you usually find, where people start with their weight equal between two arms, and then they shift and pull up with predominantly one arm while the other arm assists. Then they come back down along the same line, pause in the middle, and then go up onto the other side. In both of these exercises, I find that it's very helpful to put a subtle rotation to the torso as you're doing this. Instead of trying to keep your chest facing forwards at all times, it's an easier movement on the joints if you can subtly shift side to side. So if you're shifting to your right side, rotate your chest so it's about 30 degrees to your right. If you're shifting to the left, shift so that's about 30 degrees to your left. It makes it easier on the joints, makes it more effective for the muscles, and it gives the exercise a little bit more of a smoother, more controlled feel. Progression of these unilateral archer style pull-ups is very simple. The wider you go, the harder it is. This is because more of your weight is transferring to one arm while the other arm is offering less and less assistance at the same time. If you want to learn more about these things, check out my book, Smart Bodyweight Training. There's a link down below. It's in paperback and Kindle versions on Amazon, and you can also ask me questions down below in the comments section as well. Don't forget to subscribe, because I come out with these Movement Monday videos every, Monday, so you don't want to miss an episode. Till then, be fit, live free.